Good morning. If you're new to the channel, my name's Pete, aka Hlspwn from Hlspwns World. Today I'm not at work, I've got a rare day off, all to myself. I've just got to nip out, do a few errands. I've got to put some petrol in the little car I've swapped with the missus today. And then basically I'm going to decide what we're going to be doing for today's video. So I've got all the errands done, I've fueled the car up. Anyway, today's video, I'm about to go off to the gun range and get some shooting on. And this is my very own personal gun range. Good morning everyone. So as you may have noticed, we've jumped forward a day. I wanted to film the rest of this VR session yesterday, but it was just too hot. In the UK we're experiencing some fantastic weather, and unfortunately our houses are set up and geared to keep the warming in the winter. They're very insulated, so in the summer my house gets all round sun, and once it's cooked and baked up, it is as hot inside as it is outside. But anyway, that's why it is Saturday morning and I'm at the gun range this morning and not as yesterday as intended. But let's get straight on with it. In the UK, to get to a gun range isn't that easy. If you're part of a gun club, normally they have their own outdoor range, but an indoor range like this, you're going to have to be security, government, police, something like that, something with a real special firearms license to get to the range and especially shoot the weapons that we're going to be doing this morning. This is just a quick demo. This is of course Hotdogs, Horseshoes and Hand grenades. It's currently an early access program and it's constantly updated. When I did go to start filming this video, I realised there's another update, so we were slightly delayed. But in my virtual range, just have a quick look round, we've got some special toys behind us, and that I believe was for the guys in America. This is American made and it was the 4th of July, but we might have a look at those in a minute. But straight away I'm going to get to firing one of my favourite guns in the world, and if I could own one in the UK, and it's never going to happen, I would. So I'm going to pop the target over to 25 metres and we're going to tell it to go to the distance because we don't want to make it too easy. Now the control method in Hotdog, Horseshoes and Hand grenades is quite difficult, but once you get your head around it, it is very, very easy. Now we're going to have a look at the pistols and we're going to go automatic. I love the 1911 and I think we're going to jump in with that. I don't know if to go with standard one, let's go tactical of course. So that's the gun now. I'm not going to go through too much detail. We're going to spawn the gun and now we want to spawn the ammunition. So as I do that, it's dropping on the table in front of us. And I'm going to go ahead and pick some ammo up and we're going to pick the gun up. I'm then going to walk back over there onto the range. I'm going to put the gun on there ready for us and the ammo there. Now before we start, I normally like to line all my ammo up on the desk, so I can go back over here. I'm going to be far forward and grab some more ammo and we'll go back in front of the range. Now I've done that, I'm just going to click the button to take the control movement off. I'll pick that up. And I'm going to take the clip. Always make sure that the bullets are facing the direction coming out the gun. You can't insert the clip that way, that's the wrong way, and it goes in the underneath. So we're in. We've got the gun. Now anyone who knows anything about the guns, you've got to cock the slide back to chain back the first round and we are ready to go. So I'm going to hold this out in front of me. I forgot the tactical has a red dot, but we'll stick with that and fire. Now, we do have a spotter at the side of us. If you're on a real range, you probably have to buy a zoom scope spotter and you'd have to have a look yourself, but because this is VR, we can see that we were pretty close then, so we're going to line that up again, and that was a little bit off. Don't be so shaky. Oh, we'll take that. And oh, bloody dead centre. Slightly low. Now, what I love about Horseshoes, Hotdogs and Hand Grenades, they have real gun physics. Now, obviously, there is no recoil here. In real life, shooting a 45 like this, I really would have to be fighting the recoil of the gun. And that's well, VR's never going to be able to simulate that. But the accuracy is there. I mean, you wouldn't shoot a 45 one-handed if you could, but I wouldn't recommend it. But as you can see, if you look down the sight there, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing in the VR. And there is somewhat of a wobble, so I'm taking my other arm, steadying myself, looking straight down. Ooh, that went bad. Still slightly off. And broke. So as you can see, the gun is now looking down the magazine and the slide is empty. If we pull it back, it's not going to go. Right, now what we can do, we shot our gun, we can see it from the spotter, but we can return the target back to 0. And there is my score on the right. So 11 shots, I got 96 points at a distance of 25 metres. And that is pretty good shooting, I think. What we can do, if we touch over here, I'll clear the target, we'll return it back to distance. And I'm going to go and get another gun. So, because that's got a tactical sight, you just make that a little bit easy. So let's just throw the gun and the magazines over there, and what we're going to do, we will get this time the standard 1911, so let's just spawn that, and the magazines, so that, we'll spawn those. Now you can see that the normal mag is a lot smaller than the tactical magazine. But for the minute, let's just pick up the gun and take a mag. We won't take them all over. And there we go. Let's just go forward just a little bit. Right, I'm going to pop that onto the counter. Target's there. I'm going to pick the gun up. This time, I've got no laser sighting to it. Let's pick up the magazine, pop it in the gun as before, take off the controls. Take that the slide, first round is chambered, the gun is cocked and we're ready to shoot. Oh yes, dead centre. Now I have shot guns in real life, I've shot in the UK, but in the UK unfortunately we only get to shoot low calibre rounds, black powder and historic guns. And that is the reason I'm not currently part of a gun club. I've been abroad to different places and I've been able to shoot guns that we would never be able to fire in the UK because places in Europe have very different gun laws to ourselves. That was good in target. Now some people are against guns, I can understand that. A gun's primary purpose is, with a high there, is for killing people, but oh, and we've cleared the gun. Forget we only get 7 shots in this, we've got 55 points. So if I drop the mag out and I'll pop that onto the desk, let's bring the target back. And that was a pretty good grouping. I was good in the target. I had 2 shots by the look of it. It looks like 2 because with one behind it. Might be just the one that was slightly high. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was only the one shot that was high. Now that's pretty good shooting, and I've got to say I cannot believe the accuracy of this game, because I have shot in real life with a 1911 45 calibre, and I remember how I shot with that, and in real life I wasn't as accurate perhaps as this, but my grouping was contained, and that is pretty much what I've noticed in this game. My grouping is very much how I shot in real life, and I find that pretty much amazing. That is the cool thing about VR. It's very, very good at simulating what you can do in real life. Now for me, this is brilliant. How, for some of you think, oh, this is boring. It is not boring. I have my very, very own virtual gun range. Now, there was a special treat because it was the 4th of July. I'm going to just jump to the table. I've got my table behind me. There are a few additional guns that were thrown in, and I've noticed this beast in front of me, I imagine with that magazine. So I'm just going to pick this up if I can. There we go. It's sort of, so you hold it like that. Now, how we get this clipped in, I'm not entirely sure. This is the trouble with VR. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin that in. Let's put that on there. Now, how much closer do I need to get? Can I pick that up now? Yes, I've got it. Right. Now, I'll try with facing. That's it, that is the way. Right, if I pick this up, how do we, have I got to do it two-handed? I don't know how I get this into there. Really? Let's try this out. Right, imagine we've got a prime it. This is obviously like a real gun. I'll pop it down a minute. Let's get it with that hand. There we go. We should be live now. I'm going to put that back down. Hang on to that, and that's firing. I'm gonna. I must admit, I've not read up or worked. Oh, whoa! Now I probably would have been shut. Okay, so we are back at the virtual gun range. I have sorted my noobness out and worked out how this M2 carbine works. Oh man, this is cool as hell. We're going to go 10 metres, go to the distance. Let's put the movement on, and I'm just going to pick up the M2, slightly closer, grab it there, and I've just thrown the, put that down a minute. Let's just get one from here, be easier. We want to go into support, machine guns. Let's just put on one of them. I'll pick that up. There we go. I'll put that on there. Let's just get to there. In front. Let's pick this up. Right. Pop that into there. There we go. Now, right, let's just get this up on the counter. Now, I'm facing the right way. I've finally worked out how to load this up. So if I hold this, we lift that up, we pull the belt through, we drop that down, and grab it. There we go. Right. Now I'm going to crank it. First round in. Let's get hold of this. Are you ready? you probably would not fire one of these in an indoor range, but it's VR, so who cares? Bloody hell, there's just bullets and bits going everywhere. Let's see if we can get this emptied. I'm right. Oh man, I could only imagine this in real life. So, happy 4th of July to everyone in America. I know it's a bit late, a belated 4th of July. I would have liked to have done this a bit sooner. As you can see, Hotdog, Horseshoes and Hand grenades not only gives you the chance to have a VR gun range, it gives you a chance to get your hands on stuff like this. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on this. There are other modes in the game. The only thing I would say to all the Rift owners, this was a Vive design game and it is really made for open world, but as you can see I can't use the walk system. Now, oh man, I'm still blown away by the fact that in my living room I have got a virtual gun range. I know that sounds pretty mad to some of you, but you think 10, 20 years ago this would have been a dream, would have been impossible. So definitely bringing you more stuff. Not going to ramble on. Thank you for watching this brief introduction to the game. I will have more stuff coming and I will catch you very soon in the next one.